Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation x to the power of 8 is equal to 25 squared. So to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite this as x to the power of 4 times 2 is equal to 25 squared. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So x to the power of 4 times 2 is equal to x to the power of 4 to the power of 2, and this is equal to 25 squared. Now I'm going to subtract 25 squared on both sides. So these two cancel out, and I get x to the power of 4 to the power of 2 minus 25 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And before we actually do this, I'm actually going to take the square root on both sides so I can cancel these 2's out. So I get x to the power of 4 minus 25 is equal to 0. Now from here, I'm going to rewrite this as x squared to the power of 2 minus 5 squared is equal to 0. So now I can use the formula a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b on this. So this turns into x squared plus 5 times x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. So I get two equations. X squared plus 5 equals 0 and x squared minus 5 equals 0. So for x squared minus 5 equals 0, I get x squared equals 5. If I take the square root on both sides, I get x is equal to positive or negative square root of 5. Now for x squared plus 5 equals 0, I can subtract 5 on both sides. So I get x squared is equal to negative 5. If I take the square root, I get x is equal to the square root of negative 5, which is equal to the square root of 5i. So these are my four solutions to this equation. Alright, so in this video, I'm solving the equation x to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 3 to the power of 3. So to solve this, I'm going to first take the power of 6 on both sides. So I get x to the power of x to the power of 6 to the power of 6 is equal to 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 6. And now if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 3 and 6 multiply, so now I get x to the power of 6 to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 3 to the power of 18. I also switch the places of x to the power of 6 and 6. So now from here, I'm going to rewrite 3 to the power of 18 as 3 to the power of 9 times 2. And now we can use the reverse of this property and change this form into this form. So now I get x to the power of 6 to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 3 squared to the power of 9. And 3 squared is 9, so I get x to the power of 6 to the power of x to the power of 6 is equal to 9 to the power of 9. And because this is in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, this means that a equals b. So in this case, x to the power of 6 is equal to 9. And if I take the 6th root on both sides, I get x is equal to the 6th root of 9.